She insisted on hanging out at home. She lived with like 6 people, and they always had friends over. I felt like a BF extra on Friends or Seinfeld. Yeah, this is legit. I would have bounced too. She had the same first name and last name as my grandpa. Leslie Nielsen. My wife once told me she couldn't be with someone who wasn't around the same level of intelligence as she. I have no idea how I'm going to keep it a secret that I'm a fucking idiot the rest of our lives. But here's the thing, if she's a fucking idiot and lacks the self-awareness that would lead her to consider she might be a fucking idiot, then she'd find someone of similar intelligence and be content with a fucking idiot such as yourself. So I'd say it worked out. I had a guy break up with me in high school because God told him to. I was like, okay, guess I can't argue with that one. I had the opposite. A guy told me God said I'm his wife. I was like, cool, but he didn't tell me so. This thread is basically plot summaries from Seinfeld. This was my first thought too. Lol. She smelled like soup. His last name was Pfister. Pfister? I barely know her. She talks to people like they're 100 meters away from her. I've been in that situation. Had to end a date early because I felt bad for the other patrons in the bar. I wasn't interested in her daily routine. I couldn't have imagined anyone else there would have been. She had the same name as my mom. Martha? She had the feminine version of my name, and that's just too cute as a P-Roman Slappy or P-Roman Slappy. He ate with closed fists around his utensils like a toddler and his face right up to his food, like someone was going to steal it. Sounds like an ex-con more than anything else. Live, laugh, love style home decor. Some just go way too far. https://www.reddit.com/r/contagious/comment/p5820s/live_love_on_steroids/. She ate pizza with her hands. No, not like you think. She would scoop up the toppings in a messy pile and, like her animal, claw them up and eat them, then rip the bread and eat it. We were at a fancy Italian place and I got horrified. Did she walk round in a little circle before sitting down? Inability to form a coherent sentence in text. Such a feather. My boss's daughter's ex-BF broke up with her because they had a Dyson and he said he wouldn't be able to keep up with her extravagant lifestyle. This is the most George Costanza thing I've ever heard. I didn't like the way she ate a grilled cheese sandwich. There were more reasons, but this was the deal breaker. How did she eat it? He wore fake glasses and didn't like vegetables. Fake glasses? I broke up with a pretty hot girl when I was younger because she didn't swing her arms when she walked. It just looked weird and reminded me of a gorilla. Really stupid reason, I know, but it just looked so stupid and I couldn't overcome it. Now I get it. My brother doesn't swing his arms at all. Doesn't help that he's also super tall and skinny and in marching band, so he's trained to walk super smoothly, so he just glides around like a tall Victorian ghost child. But I don't wanna make him self-conscious, so I say nothing. If they have the same name as either of my brothers or my dad, lol, no. Or my best friend's ex's name. We have had our fill of crease. I dated a guy and he pulled out Sudafed nasal spray. Said he had bad sinuses. I too had Sudafed and bad sinuses. Decided to cut it short so as to not breed the chronic rhinitis. As someone with chronic rhinitis, thank you for considering the potential offspring F*** nasal sprays. Having dated two, I now have a no nurses rule. One of my favorite Reddit comments has been, not all nurses are bitches, but all the bitches you went to HS with are now nurses. Ended things with a guy over various other reasons, but the most annoying was how many times he told me that he'd leave me for Miranda Lambert in a heartbeat. Which, okay, I get it, some people have a list of celebrities they leave their S/O over, mostly as a joke. But this was like every day, just randomly said, not related to the conversations we were having at the time, and he meant it. He made sure I understood that, if for some godforsaken reason Miranda Lambert walked in through the front door, I was gone. Pretend all you like that you ended things, but we all know Miranda Lambert gave him a call. Years ago I stopped dating someone once I realized he had weird nails. As a dude, not weird nails, but any super long nails I can't stand. Those long pointy ones that look like claws, or the coffin shaped ones. No thank you. They look dangerous, and make you worse at basic activities. Backquote CSS he TXTE dealbreakers is. P equals XD. WHNITXTWTH no vowels. EY though. Why use many word when few word do trick? White spittle gathering at the edge of the mouth. I can forgive or overlook a lot of things, but that's an instant turn off. Edit. Every day is a school day. Apparently this can be a sign of dehydration, or linked to another condition I've seen called angular cheilitis. Bro, you're dating people with rabies. Minions. Really hit it off, and couldn't look past the love of Minions. Can't stand M. Was she a 42-year-old office manager? There's something about middle-aged women in office environments that brings out a love for Minions. Printing out the memes and hanging them in their office is the highlight for me, personally. Friends with voices that annoy me. Had this happen once. We connected on so many stinking levels. I was infatuated, so was she. Everything went right from the conversations, the first meetup, the humor, the chemistry. I was *WAAAAY* out of my league physically there. Super exciting. But her voice, especially over the phone. It's not even that it was high-pitched or nasally. There was just something about it where I either couldn't understand, or it was like *OFFENSIVE* to my ears. I'd constantly be asking her to repeat herself, or I'd just try and block out the frequency. Can't describe it. I tried to date her for a long time, but that never went away. Eventually I was able to pivot it into a friendship. We are still pals, but yeah. Frustrated the poor girl. I could never date her long term because of pitch. Supposedly it's a thing some PPL have towards public figures, politicians, and the like sometimes too. I dunno, kind of a bummer for something so small, but there was no getting past it. She had a large tattoo of a half zombie girl on her back. When doing her from behind it'd feel like the tattoo's eyes were on me the whole time, and it gave me the creeps. It's one of the very few moments where I felt like I needed to make up an excuse to peace out. It was hard actively trying not to lose my erection when that happened, so no regrets about weaseling my way out. That reminds me of a woman I met at a wedding once. She was a massive fan of Michael Jackson and wanted a full back piece of his face. Her BF dumped her BC. He didn't wanna be raw dogging it from behind and making eye contact with the king of pop. She did that thing with her voice where every sentence she said ended with a question mark. https://youtube.b/ftpukixzayak. Chews with their mouth open. Open mouth chewing bothers me so much I have to leave the room. So does chewing ice. But in addition, when people eat with silverware and scrape it against their teeth, when they pull it out kills me.